Hello, everyone, and welcome to the first episode of The Grid Gurus, a new F1 podcast hosted by myself, Atharv Gopaluni, and
Oh, is that my
you're
cue?
supposed to say your name here. Yeah,
It's,
that's your
it's,
cue.
it's okay. Aditya Jain. That's my
Yeah,
name.
we'll leave that in there. Um, yeah, so we, if you're our friend, you probably know that we had a podcast before this called Saturday Night Discord. Um, but, now we're here on our own making a podcast about F1. And, yeah, we have a few topics that we want to go over, but first, I just want to introduce the podcast, what we're going to be doing in this podcast, and also just kind of go over who we are. Uh, First off, I am going to apologize beforehand. I'm in a dorm room, so is he, and this dorm room has, at least for me, I'm in a dorm room with three other people, so you're gonna hear people coming in and out the door. And you're gonna hear background noise, and I'm also in New York City, so you're gonna hear fire sirens at some point. Um,
Is that a normal
but
thing?
this is just normal things. Of course, we will have in-person episodes later on, but of course, it's school, so there's not much we can do right now. Um, yeah, I don't know. I mean that I know I'll have background noise. I don't know if
Mm,
Aditya will, but
College Park, Maryland. Who knows?
yeah, who knows? Yeah. So, quick. My name is Atarv. Uh, I like I've liked cars since I was a young boy,
That's
and
like,
then he introduced me to F1 a few years ago. But I've always been into racing. Cars was my entry into racing. Like Cars, the 2006 movie. Um, but he's the one that introduced me into F1. And since then I've been a very big fan.
a fan of who? What's your favorite team? I
My
wonder.
favorite team is McLaren. It wasn't, but as of 2023 it is.
What do you mean it
Just
wasn't?
because, well, Lando Norris was always my favorite driver. But
Okay.
McLaren wasn't necessarily my favorite team. Now it is. Now that it's Lando and Oscar as teammates, it's my favorite team. It that's not I don't have anything against Daniel Ricciardo.
You're a bandwagon.
Just
That's what it is. Typical bandwagon behavior.
everyone everyone's still dissing Lando for not having a win.
Oscar has a win.
Oscar has a okay, whatever. I'm not gonna get into this with you right now. Okay, you go.
My name's Aditya. Um, like guitar, I've always liked cars. I got into before when we had the COVID shutdown. I really got into racing. I started watching the 2020 season, but I always knew Formula One was a thing. I just wasn't as avid of a watcher. And ever since then, I don't think I've missed a single race. Um, my favorite driver was Sebastian Vettel. I'm having trouble picking one right now, actually. I don't know. But favorite team is always Ferrari. Ferrari is the best. Michael Schumacher, Sebastian
I
Vettel,
mean,
Niki Lauda. You can't argue.
everyone likes Ferrari. That's fine.
Everyone's a Ferrari fan.
Ferrari
Everyone's a Ferrari fan.
Ferrari makes sense to be a favorite team. I Yeah, okay. I mean, I will say for sure, Aditya's definitely more well versed in the F1 world than I am.
I don't know about
Um,
well
he's
versed.
also a better player on the game. We're both
I don't know
very
about
into
that
the game.
either. We had a
What you
1v1
mean you don't know
recently.
about that?
You were really
What
quick on Barcelona, bro.
one track that as we're gonna talk about later is gonna disappear in 2026,
That's true.
which he's happy about. He hates
I don't
Barcelona.
hate it that much. I don't like this new track either. We'll get into that later. That's a separate
The new
tangent.
track is horrible. I watched a lap that Yarno
Yeah,
Upmere did, and we'll go over that later, of course.
of course.
But yeah, so to introduce what this podcast is gonna be doing, we are gonna have weekly episodes. Um, of course, the season hasn't started. It basically has with all the random stuff that's going on, but
Oh my
we
God.
are gonna have yeah, it's a crazy. We are
Silly
gonna have
season.
weekly episodes. Whether or not there's a race, we're gonna have an episode. Um, On race weekends, of course, we're going to do a review of the race and any news that's surrounding the track, the paddock. And then on non-race weekends, we're going to do paddock news. Plus, we might, during the big breaks, we might look into like
Old races.
old race reviews. Yeah,
Brazil
eight. Whoa.
2012,
Yeah,
Belgium 1998. Good races.
just great races that we should look at. And of course, as time goes on, if we can figure out the logistics of
Not
late night races, we're gonna do live race reviews as well. Perhaps, maybe.
too much effort.
Um,
2 a.m. Japan.
it is a lot of effort to
Oh my
set up at
God.
2 a.m. Um, yeah, and we might be on site in Austin this year, which would be awesome.
No promises, but hopefully.
No promises. We hope. Yeah. Okay. So, to kick off podcast, I think the first thing we kind of have on our list here is the new McLaren livery.
How do you feel about it? What are your thoughts?
I love it. I love it. I think it's awesome. I think they did such a good job getting rid of the blue. I
Average
have a picture.
McLaren fan. Average McLaren fan.
Okay, you said the same thing. Okay, first off, to tell you why I'm looking to the side, my laptop is here, my camera is here. I have a picture of it pulled up.
I do
I
too.
think I think it looks awesome.
What do you think?
I think
It kind of pays homage to the like MP4 over 4 livery with how the orange and the black alternate. I like that aspect.
yeah, I mean instead of black it was what? I
It's
mean
red and white, so
red and white, yeah. But I don't know. I think it works really well. I don't know how much I like the chrome rims.
I mean, I thought they're always kind of cool because it's different
I
from a
think
lot
they're
of other
cool.
teams.
I think they're cool. I don't know. I feel like one of my favorite. I don't know.
They have too many
I think
sponsors. Too many sponsors.
my issue with the chrome rim is it adds not chrome rim but like chrome logo rim.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It adds too many colors into a very like polished black and orange design, and it. I don't know. I guess it adds a pop of color, but it's also just like I don't know.
I mean,
I I personally really like the Chrome 4,
yeah,
like
the
the
numbers.
actual Chrome Silver.
A lot,
Um,
a lot of
I would have
people
loved if
want.
they incorporated more Chrome. Not Google Chrome, but Chrome as a reference to Google Chrome, I guess.
I don't know about that. A lot of
Um,
people want the Vodafone Chrome livery back. That was
nah, I don't want that.
really, I liked that livery, but at the same time, I also like their early 2000s designs with just the silver. Back
I
then, of course, it was more Mercedes, McLaren versus now it's
y-
just McLaren.
yeah, here's the thing. I don't want the Vodafone McLaren. I like the idea of incorporating the chrome into this design, like more chrome. Um, Perhaps like I don't know where, honestly.
Maybe on the halo. And they can do a lot on the front wings, on the winglets. There's a lot they could do. It's just, I think this is a very solid livery, and it actually has some change compared to other teams. Ferrari,
Oh, I
Red
know
Bull.
Red Bull's gonna come out with the
No, no, no.
same, like they're gonna
Red Bull
the
on their
design is not gonna
Instagram.
be any different.
Now, Red Bull on their
Huh?
Instagram, they're hyping it up. Red Bull on the
They're
Instagram.
hyping it up?
Yeah, the
They always hype it up.
RB20, RB20, bro. You gotta believe.
Yeah, RB20 that's gonna look the exact same as last year
No,
and is
no, no,
still
no,
gonna
no. I
dominate the
feel like
season.
they're gonna come back with the purple, or they're gonna go like they're gonna at least at one race they're gonna have to do like a different can design color. Like the old Red Bull
I mean,
liveries were a lot better in my opinion. They had the can on the rear wing. It felt more Red Bully.
which Red Bull designs?
The like RB6, RB like those early
Oh,
designs.
oh.
They had on the rear wing they had the can. It's more Red Bull sponsoring, but I still think it
I
looks cool.
just I mean, we're gonna get more into a Red Bull Junior team later, but
Oh no.
um, I mean, yeah, I don't know. I think I look forward to seeing how these liveries turn out. I'm honestly looking forward to seeing how the not Alfa Romeo, what is it called? Kick F1?
Maybe we shouldn't call it steak. We'll get banned in other countries.
Yeah, well, the Kick whatever that is.
Yeah, Stake. We'll call it
Because
Stake.
it's lime green, and I'm excited to see what they do with that.
The 2019
Uh,
grid had so many colors. You had the rich energy Lotus design. You had the Force or Racing Point at that point, the pink.
Now everyone's just carbon fiber.
Everyone, not even carbon
But
fiber, black, blue, red. Like they're all
well,
going black.
I think what would look really cool. I know you just said black liveries are becoming overdone, but like a
Mercedes.
black like carbon fiber livery with the lime green kick accents would be
That just reminds
pretty
me of
cool.
like a Mercedes monster design, though. You know?
Okay, that's true. I don't know. I don't know. You know Arava's Lamborghini
Yes,
design?
I love that so much.
That would be awesome to
It's
see.
such a nice car.
Something like that would be awesome to see. Just like a really bright lime green color, like just looks like poison.
But that's gonna weigh so much. They gotta like in the regulations add something where like you have to have a certain amount of weight in paint so people just don't keep skimping out. Like Williams, they literally reduced
Yeah,
half their paint just to save weight, and I thought that was
I
crazy.
mean Mercedes did that too. They went with a black car design, and most of the black was just unpainted carbon fiber.
I don't know. I don't like this trend. I like the colorful cars where you could tell the difference. I don't want all the, like some of these cars are too
Yeah,
similar looking.
there was times last season where like you'd see an Alfa Romeo spin out, and it was like, what?
Is that an Alpha?
You know,
What is that?
during Vegas,
Hmm.
Alfa Romeo's Vegas livery, like Alfa Romeo looked awesome
The
all
zebra.
year in
Was
my
that the
opinion.
zebra design or was that Alpha
No, no,
Tauri?
that was the like black with gold
Oh,
accents.
yes, 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 yes. I like
Um,
that livery.
it looked like a Mercedes.
It did. It was very confusing. And at the same time, I think Alpha Tauri also had a zebra looking design.
Yeah, I just want to pull it up. It was just
It
black,
looked
pretty much.
very cool, but
It looked awesome, but it just looked like a Mercedes. I think Bottas or someone spun around at one point, and I was like, I thought that was a Mercedes, but then they're like, oh no, it's Valtteri Bottas. Even the commentators got
yeah.
confused.
On the topic of liveries, what's your favorite livery of all time?
Of
Or
all
or
time,
top three at least of your most iconic liveries?
I mean, I think I gotta say the MP44 is one of the most iconic
Okay.
liveries. Um,
Keep
that's a
thinking.
hard question.
It is a very hard question. There's been a lot of good liveries. But I have a pretty concrete top three in no certain
I
order.
don't know if this is unpopular, but I think it's very plain, but I love the design of the W11.
I knew you were gonna say that, and I think a lot when it was first unveiled, a lot of people liked it. I think the W12 it was good, but I the W11 was
I
just a
think
better
I
design.
think the W11 just looks menacing. It's like it's scary.
I mean,
I don't know what it is
Mercedes was
about it.
scary quick that season too, so
Yeah, but that car, maybe it's what that car represents to me as well, which helps make me feel like that, but like
Lewis Hamilton winning on
I
three tires, his seventh
yeah,
championship.
just I think the design worked really well. And then what's my third?
He's thinking.
I like I don't know which year it was.
Is it a Ferrari
But it
one?
was one of the, no, I mean,
You're a Ferrari hater?
yeah, actually, I mean, I would say maybe one of the Ferraris, like F 2004 or something. It's just iconic. It's the red Ferrari livery. Like
You can't go wrong
you
with
can't
it.
go wrong with it. Yeah.
Apparently, Ferrari didn't pick the red because they liked red, or Enzo Ferrari liked red. They picked it because when Formula One was first becoming a championship series, each country was designated a color. Like, say that you're Ferrari, you're entering a race. They're from Italy, right? So Italy had
Hmm.
to be the color red. All the cars entered through
Oh,
it.
wow.
That's why British Racing Green is British Racing Green. I think France was blue. That's the whole history behind that. Supposedly.
British Racing Green is my favorite color.
British Racing Green is a very attractive. I'm like, kind of excited for what Aston Martin has to bring. We could go on about liveries. Oh my God, liveries are so.
Yeah, I mean, we can move to something that we're gonna see the livery very soon, and I don't know how I'm gonna feel about it.
The VCARB
Um, VCARB, Visa Cash App, Red Bull or Racing Bull?
Racing Bull, I think.
That's even dumber.
I'm not sure. It's
What a Racing Bull? Visa Cash App Racing Bull F1 team. Were they on crack when they came up with that name? What
Um,
like what is that?
well, apparently they were looking to sell it, and they decided to hold on to it, which I think is a good decision because the Red Bull Junior Development Program has literally brought us half the grid. I think,
That's
yeah,
true.
literally
That's true.
half the grid at some point raced on that team. So I think it's good that they're keeping it because they're giving a bunch of people opportunities. At the same time, that name, like, what are they gonna say during the race? Look at the
The
VCARB.
Visa card.
Like, that's just an awful ass name, bro.
I mean, yeah, how do they refer to the Cash App car comes around the like turn 3?
There's a rumor that it's gonna be VCARB. That's the rumor.
VCARB? The
Yeah,
VCARB car?
it's a nice acronym, I guess. I don't know. They're doing a blue green design, so we'll see how the livery
It's not
looks.
even green, it's blue white. Like, okay,
Is
I
it blue
have this
white?
pulled up.
I thought they're going
Yeah,
more green
they're kind of
cash apps.
yeah, they're not really doing anything with that. Like it's just bright blue and white. Oh my God, they posted
Yeah,
this on
the
Threads.
Yuki number being like half cut off was funny.
Yeah, I couldn't even see the 3 when I first looked at it. I had to process for a solid like 10 seconds to actually see the 3 in this. And it looks like a football team. It doesn't look like an
Yeah,
F1 team. The lettering reminds me of a football
it's a
team.
very interesting design that they've made.
But yeah, it's blue and white is what they're focusing on, no green.
I don't
Um
I don't know what they're thinking. Like,
and this new like new team new look just reminds me of Alpine. Like why are they bringing pink into it?
well, Alpine has its own set of pink camo design. We don't talk about that.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, Al personally, okay, here's the thing. Personally, I don't like the blue and pink, but I think it is a very necessary pop of color on an otherwise dull grid.
That's true. I mean, I hope that they. Here's my issue with all these teams. There's nothing new or exciting half the time. Like, if it's new or exciting, it's only a temporary livery. It's not going to be through the whole season.
That yeah,
I really
that's true.
miss when like Racing Point was a great example. Racing Point Force India, that pink livery, that was really awesome in my opinion. Just
I really liked during Silverstone this past year, McLaren's livery. I thought it was
that was
awesome.
good. The Japanese Grand Prix 2021, the Red Bull white livery, that was
Oh
awesome. Oh,
wow,
not
yeah, that was
Japanese, the
incredible.
Turkey. It was supposed to be for Japan. They canceled Japan that.
Oh yeah, it was didn't they both retire?
No, Max came P2 and Checo came
Oh
P4.
wait, no, that was when Mercedes sported a white livery.
Uh,
That that's
what
when
do
they
you mean?
retired. I think Germany.
Germany 29. They
Um,
didn't. Lewis just didn't have a good race, and yeah, Bottas retired.
oh,
That was a crazy race. One of my top 10 because Sebastian Vettel came from P20 up to P2. Great race.
a Formula One team working weekends always pure vibes. What does that mean?
Who knows? I think.
This VCARB team is already confused.
Well, we'll see their livery on the 8th. We'll see how it pans out. Hopefully, it's not.
Yeah, we are gonna be doing reactions to liveries. I don't think we're gonna be doing live reactions to every livery, but we'll review the liveries that have come out
Yeah, of course.
at the
We'll open
during
with
our
them.
weekly episode. Yeah.
Uh,
So
who?
that's gonna start what, next episode? No,
No, no.
next to next
Next
episode.
to next. Yes. It'll be
Yeah.
interesting to see. I don't know.
I don't know how I feel about um okay, I I don't know how I feel about um like F1 is moving away and this is kind of segueing into our next topic, but F1 is kind of moving away from traditional circuits. Um actually I do know how I feel. I don't feel good about it.
Um,
uh
I don't
there's
know
the new
actually.
Madrid street circuit. I don't but like I don't know why.
Okay, here's my thing about it. They're going towards like an IndyCar type of thing. IndyCar started doing this. They IndyCar races on a lot of street circuits, and Formula E almost exclusively races on street circuits. I think they do one or
But
two
Formula E is
permanent
starting to add
permanent circuits.
real circuits now.
I don't know. This circuit design is very interesting. The first sector reminds me a lot of that Vietnam circuit that we they never raced at in 2020, but they're supposed to, and that's a whole other topic. It it just feels like they're going for the money grab, which I understand as a business, it makes sense. But at the same time, we've lost so many circuits. Like Portugal was amazing to watch races at. Hockenheim, we
You don't
lost
understand
Hockenheim.
how much I love Portugal. That's one of my favorite tracks to drive. I like watching old laps on that. I just love that circuit through
It's
and
like a
through, and the
roller
fact that they
coaster.
removed it. Yeah, they removed it and then they replaced it with something like Miami.
What else did they get? They got rid of Turkey. Turkey was temporary. I was glad that they brought Imola back. Imola's a good track. I know how you feel about Imola, but I like Imola.
I don't like Imola.
Stop hating on
I
Imola.
think Imola.
Um,
I think Imola. Okay,
we lost
okay.
Paul Ricard, the French GP. We lost.
I don't like that either. I don't like the French
Okay,
GP either.
whatever. But
But I think it's just because I'm bad at those tracks. Like I like watching the races there. I'm just horrible at
I
driving them.
mean, here's also another issue. We keep going towards street circuits, but the cars are so massive. Like Monaco is impossible to overtake at because the cars
Monaco
are
is there only
massive.
for the name. Monaco should not be on the calendar
Uh,
for racing, but qualifying is excellent. Watching
Qualifying
qualifying
is
every time is
very good,
amazing.
but also like the cars are too big. They can't. Like Vegas was actually a pretty good race, only because there's like massive straights, and I think they realized that, and they
Well, Vegas made me really sad.
why? Oh, we don't talk about that. Even though
That wasn't even his fault, okay? The track was just really slippery.
I mean, what about Carlos Sainz and his rain cover incident?
Oh,
He had to take a
that's also
penalty.
true.
Like these things
I
happen.
don't know.
Um,
Vegas was much better than I expected it to
yeah,
be.
the racing
I'll
was
say that.
good. The Charles Leclerc's last pass on Sergio Perez, amazing. On the edge of my seat
Hmm.
for once. I think
Didn't
for
we watch that together?
I think we did. I think Ferrari is
Yeah,
on
we
the
did.
up and up. Okay, Freddie Vasseur, he's doing his job, kinda.
I think McLaren is too, okay? Listen, I think
McLaren's comeback was crazy. Aston Martin
McLaren's
choked
comeback
so
was
bad.
insane. Yeah, they did. They did.
Aston Martin,
I don't know how McLaren did it, but from scoring like 18th place, 17th place consistently
the
to
podiums
podiums
back to
every
back.
race is crazy.
Towards the end of the season, they kind of also tapered off, but I think
Yeah,
they started focus. Here's the thing: Mercedes keep doing this. They did it in 2021, they did it in 2022, and they did it in 2023. They put too much development into the current car and not enough into the next year's car, so they always start the
yeah, it's
season
like
on a back foot.
they're low here. They know they're not gonna be first place by the end of the season, but then they're still focusing on getting results here. Realistically, they like McLaren fell off towards the very end of the season, and I think that's because, as you said, they're putting more concentration into the 2024 car. And then of course there's Red Bull, which has started working on the 2025 car apparently.
I think
Um,
half of what Red Bull says is BS, just to like
I agree with that.
because knowing Helmut
What do you
Marko,
think?
knowing Christian
What do you
Horner,
think of Helmut Marko?
you know what I think of Helmut Marko. I dislike Helmut Marko. I think the sport would be
I
better without
I
him,
hate I
but
hate
he
Helmut Marko.
has like found good talent. He did give Nick DeVries a chance, even though Christian Horner eventually won in the end and was like, get him out of here.
You know, I am a Logan Sargent sympathizer.
Me too. I mean, we're Americans, so maybe.
I think Logan Sargent is great. I think he's gonna show why he deserves this seat. I think he's gonna show that this season. I think it's good that Williams allowed him a season to get used to the car to grow because he was improving towards the end of the year, and I think I'm looking forward to see him show that he is a legitimately good driver this year. I know that people think that he should be replaced by someone like Drogovic
I think
because he didn't win the championship, but
here's the issue with the current driver market. I think because the in 2019, like half the grid got replaced by new rookies. Not half the grid, but like 2018, 2019, like what, 7 new rookies came in, and after that, there's been like tiny stream of rookies. The issue is
yeah.
the old people are not retiring. Fernando Alonso, his, he's still here. Like he's performing,
Lewis
but
Hamilton's still here.
yeah, but Lewis
I
Hamilton
mean,
won a
Lewis
championship
Lewis Hamilton's
relatively
not leaving.
recently. When's the last time
Yeah,
Fernando
he won a
Alonso won a
champion what?
championship? 2006. His last race win
Yeah.
was 2013, 2012,
14, I thought.
14?
Oh, 13. No, you're right. 13,
13
13.
Madrid. It was the
Mm-hmm.
European GP. That's his last race win, I believe.
The European GP,
Yeah.
goddamn.
Well, they had to shoehorn one more race in, I guess. That calendar wasn't as busy back then either. They had like 16
But
races.
like, I mean, to be fair, Alonso's still
Yeah,
doing
if they can perform, I understand.
well.
But like, I don't know.
I don't like Fernando Alonso
It's a
personally.
it's a lot
He's
harder. No,
he's
we
better this
you
season
can't be
as
saying
a
this.
person.
The Alonso haters are gonna come for us. We have to love
Let
Fernando
them.
Alonso.
Okay, listen. He's better this season as a person, but no one can deny that
Been a bad person at
he's
points.
just been a bad person. He's been tough to handle. He's been tough to
We don't
like
talk about 2007. We do not talk about 2008, and we do not talk about Fernando is faster than you. Okay?
listen. I think um I don't like Ocon either, to be honest. I don't
I
like Esteban Ocon.
Ocon
I
after.
don't I don't hate him.
No, okay, here's the issue. Ocon's French. That's one mark off. Sorry, French people.
Damn.
I like Pierre Gasly. Pierre Gasly's in my top three favorite drivers on the grid currently. But
Top 3?
yeah, I'm a Pierre Gasly lover, bro. Pierre Gasly, he
Pierre Gasly is top 3 favorite drivers
on the grid.
ever.
On the grid. I said on the
Oh,
grid.
on the grid.
Yeah, yeah, not ever. That'd be crazy.
On the grid, I still don't think he's in my
Really,
top 3.
I don't know. Okay, my top three in no particular order because I can't put them in a particular order would be Pierre Gasly, Charles Leclerc, and Logan Sargent. That's my top three, no particular order.
My top 3, no particular order:
Lando Norris, Lewis
Lando
Hamilton,
Norris, Lewis Hamilton, and
Oscar
probably
P.
Charles Leclerc.
Charles, really?
Yeah.
The Charles Leclerc.
If you added a fourth, then Oscar. Uh, I need another season for Oscar to get into my top
You
3.
know what's crazy? Max Verstappen has more wins from Charles Leclerc poles than Charles Leclerc
Yeah, I've
has
heard
wins.
this statistic. It's just depressing.
He's awesome in qualifying, but Ferrari, their car, their strategy, they
It's
cannot.
not Leclerc's fault. Leclerc is a
He,
legitimately good driver. There were a few times France was completely his fault.
you know how
But
long his contract got extended? That's our next topic, by the way. But
no, I don't.
I
I
think
mean,
it's a secret. I don't know,
it's a
but
secret. Yeah, same with Lando. I mean, they didn't announce it like how long it's gonna be.
they just contract extension. I think it's good. Leclerc is their number one man right now. Ferrari tends to do that. They
For
tend
sure.
to have a number one man. It was Michael Schumacher, then it was Kimi Räikkönen, Rubens Barrichello, Fernando Alonso.
Carlos got more race wins.
That's not true.
Yeah, he did.
Carlos has
I mean,
one
this
race.
past season.
That was luck. Okay. It
Even
was not
still, Carlos
luck.
is the
It was
okay. It was Lando and him working
no,
together.
but
It
also
was a
he
group project.
Leclerc got screwed over by a safety car, and Carlos was able to benefit off of it.
Either way,
It was one race.
I still agree Leclerc is a better driver. He did earn more points, but
Look,
Sainz was the only one that
there.
Red Bull didn't win against.
Okay, but here there's an. This is a really odd rumor. There is a rumor that Carlos Sainz's contract expires this season, I believe. There,
Yeah.
there is a rumor that Alex Albon might snipe that position. Um,
So
it's a
I
very,
have I have a article pulled up here.
it's a very interesting take. I'm not sure because Alex Albon was in a top team. He's in Red Bull for the latter half of 2019 and all of 2020. He wasn't really able to keep up with Max Verstappen. The Red Bull was clearly the second best car most of the time. Sometimes a little had a little falter, but most of the time, easily the second fastest car. And you know how many podiums Alex Albon got that season? He got one. Compared to Max Verstappen
But
winning a race, the 70th anniversary race.
but
But
if you look at his last couple seasons
Ed
with
Williams,
Williams,
yes.
he has been out driving that car like crazy.
If only
That
Nicholas
car has
Latifi was.
no right being up in those positions with Alex Albon.
Okay, but Nicholas
That came out
Latifi
wrong.
could have done it too. I'm just saying.
Nicholas Latifi.
Goat Tiffy, bro. Goat Tiffy. He's my goat. Better than Michael
Albon
Schumacher.
has
Better than Ayrton
Albon
Senna.
has been going crazy, and I think I mean yeah, people are saying that uh science um
Sainz is a lot older than people think he is. Sainz has
yeah,
been
what is he like
racing.
36?
Sainz has been. I think he
Not he's like
debuted in
36.
like
He's like
2014.
32.
He debuted with Daniel Ricciardo, or the season after. He raced at Renault. People forget about. He was at Toro
What do you,
Rosso, Renault, then he went to McLaren, and now he's at Ferrari.
yeah, he was even teammates with Max for a brief time, right?
Toro Rosso, yes. He 20.
They were bad teammates apparently. I remember reading that they just hated each other.
I mean, when you have the young guy, 17 years old, then he gets
That's
promoted
true.
halfway through the season, and Carlos is still there, like,
Because he's, doing better than you.
and then Carlos after
I
that.
am not a Max Verstappen fan, but I cannot deny that he is one of the best drivers. He is
Mm,
probably the best driver on the grid right now.
I think we have to let other people catch up with the Cardinal. He is a top driver on the grid, but the fact that Charles
I
Leclerc
think
can
I think right now,
out-qualify him with the Ferrari,
but he's the most consistent driver for sure.
in the races, yes, but qualifying, especially towards the end of the season, he was not
That's
getting
true.
consistent pulls at all.
That's true. But they were working on next year's car.
Still, like you saw in the race, the Red Bull was just probably
That's
mainly
true. I
tire
mean,
wear, but
but but he made little to no mistakes this
yeah, it
year.
was very boring. Like I was,
It was boring, but like his driving, like
he could have
you have to
messed up
respect it. He didn't
once.
make mistakes.
He could have messed up like once at least. Come on, made for very. It
The
was
fact
not.
is he didn't make mistakes, and it's kind of crazy.
I mean, he's dedicated most of his time to racing, so he's
Yeah, I don't think he does
even
anything
on the
else.
winter break. He's on the sim. He's playing iRacing. He doesn't like
Everyone
to.
else is like traveling the world, and he's playing
Yeah.
iRacing.
Lando Norris also got a contract extension, which is very
He did.
interesting.
He did. I'm happy about it. I think Lando is gonna win a race and hopefully a championship with McLaren.
I don't
Um,
know. McLaren's kind
and I
of.
think I think the story of if Lando can manage a championship with McLaren, that story would be incredible.
It'd be incredible. Is McLaren a winning team anymore? Let's be honest.
It could be. It might be.
McLaren's highest peak in recent
Don't take
years
this away from me.
was 2020. That was their best season in recent years. They came P3 in the championship ahead of Ferrari. Ever since then, they've been on a downward trend. And ever
Ferrari
since
sucked in 2020. I don't know
20,
what happened in 2020 to Ferrari, but like they
the
didn't they come like P7 or something?
what happened was that they had an illegal engine. You don't remember this?
No.
Ferrari had an illegal engine in 2019, so in 2020 they had to like make some workaround, and their engine was really bad after that.
Right.
So
Yeah.
for normal Ferrari things, the
I
specific,
think Lando Norris has a chance.
not with McLaren. Be
Maybe this is
realistic.
delusion. Maybe it's delusion. Maybe it's not.
When's the last time McLaren won a championship?
Shut, shut, shut.
I'm not talking about
I
drivers.
don't.
I'm talking about constructors.
I don't need this.
Last time,
Listen,
you know the last time McLaren won a constructors championship? It was like I'm pretty sure in the 90s.
it wasn't the 90s. It was not the 90s.
Maybe it was pretty sure it was the 90s. They didn't win anything in the 2000s. Lewis Hamilton won in 2008, but McLaren did not win the constructors. Pretty sure it was the 90s. It was either 99 or 98 with Mika Hakkinen. They've
No
not.
way.
They've
Their
not.
last constructors championship was 99.
They haven't. It might be later. I don't know who won the constructors. Ferrari could have won the constructors in '99. Eddie Irvine and Michael Schumacher was a very talented duo. Pretty sure it was Eddie Irvine in '99 or '90.
99 was Ferrari. 98 was McLaren.
And that's the last McLaren one, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, you're right.
And that's crazy. McLaren hasn't
Yeah.
won a constructors championship.
After 98 McLaren, it was Ferrari, 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 Renault, Renault. Ferrari, Ferrari.
Okay, but here's the thing. If they didn't get disqualified from 2007, they would have won the constructors. But
That's
average
true, but they deserve
McLaren,
to get disqualified.
yeah, that's a whole other topic that we could spend
Yeah,
time
I
on.
don't think we should unpack that. Maybe that's another episode of its own, diving into
Oh my
scandals like that.
God. Crashgate,
Um,
Spygate.
oh my God. Do our own version of the iceberg.
No, we're not knowledgeable enough for that. That's too much.
Hey, we can be knowledgeable enough. Did you hear about the Chicago Jeep? Oh my God, my voice cracked. Did
I
you hear about the Chicago
I
GP?
did not, but I'm not surprised at the way things are
The
going currently.
Chicago Grand Prix, they registered trademarks,
I'm scared.
and the city of Chicago would be hosting a street race.
Why not Philly, huh? Why Chicago? Why not New York? Why Chicago?
Because like it's
Why not somewhere in
first off, there's no
California?
way you're closing enough streets in New York City to have an F1 race.
Yes,
It's just
you
not
can do it.
possible.
Just like make it around New York, like around the island of Queens or something. Not like it doesn't have to be in. It can be around.
You can't drive F1 cars around Queens.
I've never been to New York like that. You live there, you tell me.
Also, I don't think New York is like wide enough.
That,
Like New York's on an island.
that's
You
true.
have to understand.
So is
New York
Monaco.
New York is an
Monaco's
island.
not an island. It's like a base.
Monaco's not an island.
So
It's
is
a
Macau.
peninsula.
Macau, they used to race at Macau. Is Macau
They
an
don't
island?
anymore.
Yeah, they do in F3. Those races are really
But
interesting.
also, even if it's an island, it's not an island city. Manhattan's not that big. It's like it's an island, and the entire island is just a city. It's sinking, you know? It's sinking every year because the buildings are too heavy. I saw a comment on Threads
For
where someone was like, "I'm tired of the fact that there's so many." Um,
American races.
actually, this might have been on Yik Yak, the F1 Yik
Oh
Yak, but
no.
they were like, "I'm tired of so many F1 USGPs." But even if they were gonna do USGPs, I'm sick of.
Street
Oh yeah, it was
circuits.
on Yik Yak. I'm sick of them being street circuits when you have tracks like Watkins Glen. Um,
What? Not even
if
Watkins Glen. Road America,
sure,
Daytona.
Laguna Seca, but like, I mean, I don't know about that one,
Iconic
but
tracks. They used to race at Laguna Seca, I'm pretty sure.
yeah, I don't know about Laguna Seca now with these cars.
Indianapolis.
No, Laguna Seca would be awesome. The corkscrew worries me.
With the amount of downforce that those cars carry.
Yeah.
It
The corkscrew is a little scary,
Dude,
but because it's not very like spread out,
yeah,
but it's very steep.
it'd be
Um, but I okay, if I know Aditya knows this, I love Watkins Glen
I I
like a
don't
lot.
I honestly don't get I like Watkins Glen, but I don't love it. It's like
I don't
it's too tight and small at
it's really I
points.
don't understand why I love it, but I when
It is a
when
good
when I
track.
nail a lap on that track, it's like the best.
It
I
is a
I
good
love that
track.
track. And it's in New York, upstate New
In
York.
New
Um,
York, we're gonna get a copyright claim.
I think that much is fine.
Are you
But
sure?
like if we did any more than that, then they'll
A concrete
sue us.
jungle. I don't know the song.
No, 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 no. We're stopping there. We're stopping there. We're stopping there.
No, let me sing. Let
um,
me be free.
b- but but yeah, no. I mean, someone did say that Watkins Glen just doesn't have first off money, of course, but also just doesn't have the capacity.
Yeah, it's kind of
Um,
small. They do sports cars races there mainly now.
they were like if they're filled up with IMSA or NASCAR, then there's no
IMSA,
way that
I love
that they're
IMSA. IMSA just
yeah.
had the 24-hour Daytona. Oh my God, love it,
Oh right, yeah.
love IMSA.
I know. On Yik Yak, someone flew there.
Really?
Yeah,
Florida, bro.
for the race.
If you had to bring back 5 tracks to the calendar, which one would you bring back? I have a very. Let me go first because I have this already thought out. I
Okay,
want to hear what you think of this. I'd bring back the Nordschleifer, the whole thing.
okay.
Ignore
Whoa.
safety. Ignore
Okay.
safety.
Okay, I don't agree with that one, but okay.
That's why I
Continue.
said let me go first. This is no particular order. I'd bring back Turkey. I'd bring back Fuji. I love the Fuji circuit. Fuji's awesome. I think that's four. And the final circuit that I'd bring back,
That was three, right?
uh,
No, Fuji,
Fuji, Nordschleifer, uh,
Turkey. So
Turkey,
three.
Portugal, and here this one,
Portugal,
and then Indianapolis. That's five.
Indianapolis. Okay.
I think
I
that's
mean,
very
it's a good
fair.
choice.
Um,
Um, I personally think I would bring back. I don't know. I agree with those. I don't agree with the Nordschleife.
okay, what about just the
Um
Nürburgring like normal GT circuit?
yeah,
This
that's fine.
they raced
I
there in the
I'm not
2010s. It was a good race.
just not the Nordschleife.
Why
That's
not?
too long.
No,
It's
like
too long
just
and it's too
12,
unsafe. It's
12
just not.
laps, 12 laps. Come on.
It's,
They used to
no,
race
it's
there.
too
They
unsafe.
used to
It
race
would be
there.
so boring.
No, it wouldn't.
After the first two laps, you'd be like, God damn, I have to watch this lap.
No, they still
Imagine qualifying.
no, they do the 24-hour. Okay, qualifying maybe, but they do the 24 hours of the
You have
Nürburgring.
to do 6 minute laps for qualifying.
6 minutes? You really think they're gonna be doing 6 minutes?
Well, either way, it's gonna be very long laps for
If
qualifying.
it's 6 minutes, it'd be like a 20 lap race. No, but like
I Okay, here's my list. Okay,
top five.
Portugal,
Portimao, good choice.
um, Malaysia,
Oh, I forgot about Sepang. Oh no.
Fuji.
Fuji is a good one. I like Fuji a lot. Suzuka's good, but Fuji peak.
I would replace Fuji. I would replace Suzuka with Fuji if I
The
could.
Suzuka's iconic. 130R, Fernando Alonso passing Michael Schumacher. They've been iconic moments
What are
there.
the last two? I would ditch Miami and bring back Laguna Seca.
You okay, but you need to bring back a German GP. I think it's a travesty that there's no longer a German GP.
Okay, so
Even though
what?
there's no
I
German
Okay, the
driver. Oh
Nurburgring.
no,
I'll say the Nurburgring.
Nico Hulkenberg's
Not the
there.
Nordschleife, the Nurburgring.
Ye-
The GT circuit.
Okay,
Yeah, those are my five.
that's a very solid list, I'd say.
I can't justify qualifying with the Nordschleife.
You can flip a coin or
Can
something.
you imagine watching that?
Yes,
It's
that'd be so
like
awesome. Q1 would be an hour, Q2
no,
would be an hour.
imagine they're like, okay, Karun, take us through this lap. Imagine poor Karun Chandok.
So first he goes on the straight. Doo 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 doo.
Oh my God, how long would he have to be talking? By the end, he's like, and that's a lap around the Nordschleife.
Oh no. But that track
That
has
would
everything. That's the one thing I like about the
It
track.
has everything, but we don't need everything in one track. When the lap is gonna be like 6.5 minutes.
Come on. You know you want to see it. It'll probably be like 5 minutes in qualifying, 6 minutes during the race.
The race would be painful to watch, and you know it.
No, we wouldn't. The track is a
Yes, it
little
would.
narrow, though. I'll say that. The track is a little
Yeah, for
narrow.
modern F1 cars, it would not.
It's a
It's
little
just
narrow.
unsafe. There's a reason they removed it, and it's because it's unsafe.
Well, the reason they removed it is because yeah. It's
Yeah, exactly.
safety's not an issue. Safety's not an issue.
What do you mean safety's not an issue? I don't know. What's the scariest crash
Oh, but
in the past
the
3 years other than Romain Grosjean?
I was gonna say Roman Grosjean, Joe,
In the past
2022.
4 years.
Joe,
Oh my God,
I
yeah.
forgot about Joe.
Oh. Yeah,
Um,
that crash. Oh
if we go
my.
back to 2018, Charles Leclerc, um, having a,
Wasn't like
I think it was Fernando
that was
Alonso,
when everyone was like, "Oh
the
shit, the
Halo,
Halo might
yeah.
actually be."
What's
Everyone was like,
another bad incident? I'd say, Lando Norris,
Lando at
2021.
Spa was scary.
That was scary. The
That
way,
was really scary.
um, there honestly there
Oh
haven't
my
been
God. Just
bad
watching that
incidents.
made me shiver. Like
It's a pretty
seeing
bad
Lando spin
accident.
like that, I was like, "Oh my God."
It's
And
pretty
then
bad.
Vettel going and then thumbs up. I was like,
We love Sebastian Vettel. He's had a couple of
but like
accidents. Turkey.
seeing the car spin, oh God, it's scary, isn't it?
I mean, he's going like what, 180 up a Rouge.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Oh my
raining,
God.
maybe 170.
That crash was just
It's painful to watch,
horrifying.
especially when like you don't know if the driver's okay and they don't show you the replays
Yeah.
or anything. You're just like waiting for them.
That was especially bad with, and I said not this, but like that was especially bad with Romain Grosjean. Um,
I,
they didn't
were you watching
show.
it live?
I think I was.
I was watching it live. 2 hour delay, I'm pretty sure, or an hour and a half. No, even though Roman Grosjean immediately got out of the car, they kept showing the replay of the car catching on fire, but they didn't show him getting out, and it really pissed me off.
Yeah,
Like, at least tell us the
oh my
driver is
God.
okay.
That just seeing this car crash into the wall. It's into now. It look. Oh my
The
God. It was.
barrier, that's crazy.
I mean, of course, when I'm talking about these, I'm gonna cut these in editing. But like, man,
It's very scary. What's your favorite race that you've
it's my
watched?
favorite race. Like favorite track or favorite
Race,
race I've ever watched.
race specific, like 2012 Brazil, 2010 Abu
Hmm.
Dhabi, 2013 Indian GP. I love that circuit. That circuit's awesome. Um, those are all top races of mine. I'd say my favorite would be 2020 Turkey.
What? That's when he won, right? The
That not because Lewis Hamilton
that's
won
when.
his seventh title, but because it was my birthday and it was my birthday and Sebastian Vettel got his last podium with Ferrari.
But that's when Lewis sealed his
Yes,
seventh
that is
title.
also the same time Lewis Hamilton's seventh. We don't talk
Here's the
about
thing.
that.
I'm happy. Okay. Here's the thing. For me, it's between two, and both are exhibiting Lewis Hamilton excellence.
Are you
It's
talking
between.
about the British Grand Prix 2007?
It wasn't 2007. It was 2008,
Was it 2000? I don't. It was British Grand Prix.
where he won by like a minute
Yeah.
and lapped everyone up to fourth place.
Um, or are you talking about when he won on three wheels?
That was the other one.
2020 British
Those were
GP.
the two. Those were the two.
Oh, of course.
Um.
This guy.
Yeah.
Guy.
You guessed both. Yeah. No. Those two are my two favorite.
That's very fair.
I mean, come on. Watching Lewis Hamilton win on three wheels is
That
kind of.
was.
It was kind of.
It's iconic. It's an
It was kind
iconic.
of awesome.
It's, it's
And
the
then after he crosses the line, he's like, "I'm fine. I can come back to the pits." And they're like, "Stop the car! Stop the car!" And he's like, "No, I'm good."
when you're on the back straight. I think when you're on the back straight, Lewis Hamilton rounding the right-hander before the last chicane and whatnot, and you see Max Verstappen in the background on
Yeah.
fresh
Oh my
soft,
God. Max
like
Verstappen just going
menacingly
crazy.
coming.
And then Bono on the radio going, 7 seconds.
What about Brazil 2021? What about that? Last to
Oh
first?
my God. That was another. That was excellence. That whole weekend was
That whole
excellence.
year was excellence.
Yeah. I mean, from Lewis, that whole weekend was
Did
excellence.
anyone win a race? No, Daniel Ricciardo won.
Yeah. Daniel Ricciardo won.
I think
Someone else won
is he
too.
the only driver who won? Ocon
That's the one
won.
Ocon won.
No, that was 2020.
No, that was 2021 Hungary.
That was 2021. You're right. You're right. You're
What's your favorite track on the grid right now? What's your least favorite track on the grid right now?
right.
First.
Miami.
Yeah. Okay. Same.
It's pretty
Just
just
my
watching it's pretty boring. Driving it's pretty boring.
driving. It's not boring. It's painful.
It's painful and boring. I don't know. My favorite track. I'm an avid spa enjoyer. Uh,
Okay. Other than Spa.
The spa's too long. I'm kind of like I haven't driven spa in a while. I'd say Brazil. Easily, Sao Paulo is a top tier track. There have been iconic moments at Sao Paulo. Many championships decided there. Um, yeah, too
You know
many
my
more.
favorite track
I do.
on the grid.
I do.
Brazil. But other than Brazil, because I said other than Spa for you. Um.
He's thinking. He hates everything else.
I don't hate everything else. I
Don't
like
lie.
Silverstone.
Silverstone's a good track. I don't know.
I really like Silverstone. I like
Silverstone.
driving Silverstone a lot. Silverstone's really fun to
I
drive.
don't like the main straight because it's not really a straight.
That's
That's
fair.
my only issue.
That's fair. I personally just really like Silverstone. I like the second sector of Silverstone a lot.
Oh my God. That is one of my favorite sequences of corners to drive through.
Yeah, it's just
Especially if you
super
can
fun
go
to drive.
flat out through Maggots and Beckett's.
Oh my God, that's the best feeling.
When you like
It just
take the curb perfectly, your car doesn't like violently spin out on the grass.
yeah, no need to lift. You just nailing that series is just
Oh my God.
incredible.
It's a different feeling.
Yeah, no, Silverstone is awesome. I hope they never take away tracks like Silverstone, Spa, Brazil. Like
Well, some
other
of
than
those they can't. They can't take away Silverstone because half the drivers are Brit. Not half actually, but a lot of the drivers
what
are
if they replaced
British.
it with like a London GP?
I swear to God, London,
Well, London's the worst city in the world to
come
drive F1 cars
on,
in. They're so
London.
narrow. But there are other cities in
Like
the
what?
UK. I don't
Dublin,
actually know anything about the UK.
Dublin, Manchester.
That an Irish GP?
Yes, Dublin. That
I
whole
want the
section.
Indian GP back.
Yeah, that's a good circuit. It's where is it? In Hyderabad?
What? No, it's
Where
in
was it?
Delhi.
No,
Booth International Circuit.
it's in Delhi.
Yeah.
I thought it was in the south.
No, 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 no. The new street
Oh,
circuit
the
for
new
Formula E, that's in
one.
Hyderabad. Yeah, the new
Oh,
Hyderabad GP was a bunch of Telugu actors went to it. My dad's from Hyderabad. I'm
did you go to it?
Telugu. So that was kind of cool to see. I did not go to it. I was not in India at the time. But if
Neither.
they have another one, maybe next year, maybe I'll go.
I mean, they're going to. I think they signed a contract.
What do you think of Formula E?
Honestly, I understand the hate. I think the cars look really toyish right now. But besides the fact that some of the drivers are idiots and get into stupid crashes, the racing is close. It's interesting. I like their DRS alternative, the attack mode thing. I think that's cool. It's a nice alternative.
Isn't that similar to what no, never mind, never mind.
Okay, okay. Uh,
Um
but yeah, it's interesting because the racing is close, but some of the drivers have a few screws loose. I think also a lot of teams like Nissan, Maserati, like we're seeing a lot of those guys in there. Where Mahindra, where
yeah.
we wouldn't see them in other racing series
Mhm.
anymore. At least Maserati's presence in racing has kind of dropped. Um,
That's where they got their start though.
maybe with Nissan too, their presence has dropped. Mahindra,
Maserati used to be a legend in
yeah,
racing
used to is the keyword. Oh God,
many, many years ago.
thinking of
But
the word Maserati brings back memories of the Ferrari movie, and I'd
oh my
rather
God, we
not.
watched the Ferrari movie. I mean, we might diverge into just speaking about regular cars every now and then, but like, oh my God, we watched Ferrari.
People on Rotten Tomatoes are delusional if they thought that movie was good. I don't care what anyone else says. That movie was
I have not watched a
straight.
worse movie in years.
Okay,
Like,
come
that
on.
was one of the worst movies I've ever watched.
No, it can't have.
Adam Driver was terrible for Enzo Ferrari. I'm sorry, great actor, wrong role.
I
Did
agree.
not work. The sequencing was all off. The pacing was horrible. The pacing didn't make sense. They rushed this part. They slowed down this part. They unnecessarily showed graphic crashes. Their crash simulation was the dumbest thing ever. They used like these like weird ragdoll models in the cars and it looked so fake. The cars looked like they were going 10 miles an hour. Oh my God. Everything about that was just
I don't know. It-
I'm a Ferrari movie hater.
And then we watched the Lamborghini movie not too far after, and it was also a little disappointing. So
Lamborghini movie, I didn't like it, but it was better than the Ferrari movie.
who knows?
But that's not a high bar.
Okay,
That's a really low bar.
maybe this is a little too far off of our normal theme, even though this is the
Yeah.
first episode. But what do you think of
Yeah.
all these brands going into hypercar in WEC? BMW,
Oh, damn, that
Lamborghini,
is that is a little
for
off.
yeah, but it's a
um,
thing.
yeah, I know. I mean, it's still racing.
Not even
I
just
think it's good.
racing. I think BMW coming back, Lamborghini coming back, a Cadillac being there, Cadillac with Andretti.
Cadillac's engine sounds so good.
Stop, stop it. Cadillac
Um,
with Andretti coming back into F1 too, rumored.
oh, right.
That
I hope they
also
can.
maybe those manufacturers going back into WEC also shows that they might want to come back into F1. Like BMW was with Sauber. Lamborghini was an engine supplier, I believe, in the 80s. Don't quote me on that one. That's a very
They
old
were
thing.
bad though, were they not?
Who knows? I think the 80s was dominated by Ford Performance. Everyone used a Ford engine. Ford is coming back too in 2020, 2026. It's about to be crazy. Audi, Ford. Um,
Yeah, Audi's coming in for, but Ford's not making the engine. They're like,
well, they are and they aren't. Like
yeah,
they're they're
what
they're
are they
they're
doing?
picking up where Honda left off, but at the same time, I'm pretty sure it's going to be mostly Red Bull supervision. Honda actually developed the engine on their own because they also supplied other teams. Um, actually, did they supply other?
Aston Martin's joining up with Honda in
Yeah, which
2026.
I think is really odd because Honda got out of F1 because they didn't see a future in like where the F1 regulations are going and their parallels with road cars, and now they're coming with Aston Martin. It's a little weird, but we'll see.
That too in didn't Aston Martin used to manufacture engines?
I don't think Aston Martin ever manufactured like in the road cars they use Mercedes engines. No,
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 they use Ford engines.
Aston Martin.
Yeah, Aston Martin
They use Ford engines.
had a long-standing partner. I don't know if they still
I thought they
do,
use Mercedes engines
but
now though.
for a very, very long time, their engines were built in collaboration with Ford. They would build their own engines, but with Ford
Branding.
help, I guess. Yeah.
Okay.
That's why the Ford Focus looks like they stole the grill straight off the Aston Martin DB9. It's
It
because
it
they
always
did.
confuses me on the road. I'm
It's
like,
because they did. And Aston Martin's, I don't know if they sued them, but they got really mad.
um, I mean, it'll be interesting to see. Still early
See
in
a
the
Ford
silly
Focus.
season.
Is that an Aston Martin DB9?
There's a rumor that Matteo Binotto might be joining up with Audi Sport as well. So
There's, isn't Carlos Sainz going with Audi?
who knows? Carlos
Is
Sainz,
that set?
no, because
I keep hearing
he's
that.
contracted until 2024 at minimum. He might stay with Ferrari. He might
I
not.
don't know.
How competent
Should
is
he stay
Audi
with
Sport
Ferrari?
going to be though? Like, look at Sauber right now. Is Sauber really? We're good.
Yeah, but it's Audi. They're gonna make. Ah,
We
never
should
mind.
we're gonna call Stock A F1 Team K Sauber because
Stock?
okay, wait.
Stock.
If you say on YouTube, they will demonetize your video for gambling.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we can't say steak. I like
Okay,
this is a
fine.
thing.
That's really weird.
This is a thing.
All right.
Alright. But
Stock it is.
no, it's Sauber. We're calling it Sauber. Screw this.
Okay.
Always been
We're
Sauber.
gonna call it Sauber so I don't get demonetized. I didn't know about that.
It's very. I only found out about it because of CS:GO gambling phenomenon, and like it's a whole thing.
Damn.
That's a complete separate topic. Doesn't have to do with racing. Besides gambling organizations sponsoring teams,
Yeah.
which is like, I think the cigarette sponsoring 2.0, like Marlboro sponsoring Ferrari and McLaren.
Yeah. Why can't they just find sponsorships that?
Rich. I mean, when companies like Rich Energy exist.
Okay,
I
true.
mean, look at your T-shirt. Look at who they're sponsored by.
Who? What?
McLaren. They're also
Oh,
sponsored by a vape company. They're
Dell,
sponsored by Views.
Ethical,
Is that how you say it?
Q, that company. Oh, Views. Yeah, Views.
That's the thing. I think
But you
Ferrari was
see
also
other shit.
sponsored by a
I see
vaping company for a
Dark
while.
Trace, Blanc,
Arrows.
Richard Mille.
Is that how you say
Richard
it?
Mille's their watch. Yeah, Richard
They
Mille's
they
their
also
watch.
sponsor Ferrari. Don't forget.
Yeah, Richard Mille also sponsors Ferrari. Ferrari used to be sponsored by Hublot.
Okay, wait. Here's a sponsorship change. Monster going to McLaren, moving away from Mercedes. What's the thought behind
They
that?
are what?
This was a thing. Monster is
When?
now. This was a thing way long. You have not been keeping up. Monster is now a
Wait,
McLaren.
when was this? Is this for 2024?
Yes.
Wait, why?
Uh,
Wait, so what energy drink are the Mercedes guys gonna drink now? Water?
rich energy. Well, they have a
Oh,
they
Rich Energy.
no. Yeah, you didn't hear about this?
No, wait, but
This
McLaren
was
already has Coca-Cola. They're not dropping Coca-Cola, are
this
they?
is November 28th, 2023. So,
Wait, is
you've
McLaren dropping Coca-Cola?
I don't know. That'd be crazy though. But McLaren
Because
is now
that's
sponsored
their drink partner right now.
Monster Energy and McLaren. That's the thing. I'm really surprised you didn't hear
Okay,
about this.
no, they did extend.
But they're also sponsored by Monster now. I'm
Oh, wow.
really surprised you didn't hear about this. This is a big thing. They're sponsored by Lego. Did you know that?
Yeah, I know that.
I didn't know that.
No, they're not.
They are. On their website it shows.
They are?
Yeah, they are. Hey,
Oh, that's why
that's why it's
in
a
June there
McLaren.
might be a McLaren F1 set
Yeah, the
releasing.
MP4 over
Yes.
4.
Yeah. Wait, I thought it was just the 2024 car.
I heard rumors
Oh.
it was like a Technic set. It was gonna be like $70. It was an
Oh
MP4.
no, 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 no. There's gonna be a Speed Champions one, similar to the Mercedes.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's gonna be similar to the Mercedes, but it's gonna be like $30. I'm gonna buy that for sure.
Ferrari.
I'm gonna buy the BMW Speed Champ. We're also big Lego fans.
Unfortunately, the
um,
money pitfall is massive with those types of things.
yeah, I'm also a big watch fan. Another money hole.
I think everything we like is just very expensive.
Yeah, you
Unfortunate.
should see the equipment I have around me, and now I also want to buy more. So,
You and your cameras and microphones and whatnot.
yeah, I don't know what we were talking about, but my laptop almost died, so it killed itself.
Okay, don't
Uh,
say that.
but but it so it um hurt itself, so it struggled there. Um, in any case, I think that's a good place to leave off. We have a long recording for me to now edit and post. But yeah, thank you for watching this episode of The Grid Gurus.
It's
I
so weird
forgot
to
what we
say
called
that.
ourselves. Yeah, I'm used to saying
Uh,
Saturday Night Discord. Thank you for watching this episode of Saturday Night Discord. But thank you for watching this episode of The Grid Gurus. We hope that you enjoyed our conversation. We hope that you will tune in next week again. We hope that you'll continue to support us,
stop
like,
hoping.
share, comment, subscribe.
You hope
Uh,
too much.
well, all I can do is hope.
A new hope.
But thank you for watching once again. We will see you next week. And we don't have a good exit phrase yet. We'll come
Sid,
up with one next episode. Yeah, I
as,
mean, we can't
as
say don't.
always,
As always, I can't come up with anything on the spot. But we'll see you next time, and goodbye.